evening, fight fans. This is Chris Guzman with your weekly Thursday night injection of boxing talk, updates and all-out arguments. This is your Bolo Punch Boxing Hour, brought to you by George Rogie Insurance. It is Thursday night, June the 15th, 2009, rather. We are live from Leg Up Production Studios in Hobart, Indiana, about half an hour outside of Chicago, Illinois. On the left side of your screen right now, Emil Sotopapitsky Kegabine. Mo, what is going on with you?
Not much, man. I did something a little stupid. I went to the bank and cashed my check.
You know we can start every week like that. I did something stupid today.
I cashed my check, and instead of pulling my driver's license out of that little envelope they give you, I threw it away, along with everything else in there, all that little brochure stuff they give you. And I'm going to have to go get me a new driver's license. It's kind of sucks, but I'll work my way through that.
Sorry.
But it was kind of nice to hear Mickey Ward. We just got done playing that interview. It's actually, what, 2 years old, 3 years old?
It's got to be 4 years old.
It's 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was, I mean, it would have been nice to get him on this week, but he lost a dear friend. You can't really put him on the air right now. You got to give him time to grieve. And give you next best thing, pre-recorded interview from a couple years ago.
Yeah. I want to, before we get to our condolences and everything, and there will be plenty, I want to issue our trivia question for the evening. There was a very stupid mistake that I made during that interview in referring to one of his more famous fights, I would imagine, in the interview that you just heard with Irish Mickey Ward. And if you can call the hotline, area code 219-743-9743, and let us know what the what the major problem was, and it was just a fact that I had totally wrong. I knew the fact, but I said it, and Mickey Ward was good enough to just go along with it. I'll send you an authentic Mickey Ward autograph photo, totally free of charge in the mail.
Other thing, I'm a little excited about our guest that we're going to have on tonight.
Well, we're going to have an outstanding guest. We're going to have Burt Randolph Sugar, acclaimed writer, boxing historian, boxing commentator, boxing Hall of Famer. Lots and lots of things he's going to be talking about. The obvious problems with the sport, which right now happens to be that we're losing all our heroes, with Alexis Arguello last week, and of course this week being Arturo Thunder Gatti. Nestor Garza Romero on the right side of your screen. Nestor, what's going on with you?
Nothing. I spent a really nice day with my grandkids and had a really good time. Other than that, it was pretty relaxing. Got a haircut, obviously.
Me too.
You got that one cut, or
He's using
it's like Charlie Brown?
I cleaned it up before I came.
He's using the weed whacker. Timmy, the producer Patterson at the controls. Timmy, what's going on in your world, man?
Not a whole lot, man. Sad about Arturo. I want to say hi to all the people out there in the chat room, chatting it up already. I'm waiting to see if somebody can come up with that trivia question you had, Chris. You want to go ahead and repeat it one more time?
The question was, I'm sorry, the Mickey Ward interview from 4 years ago from the Boxing Hall of Fame grounds that you just heard. There was one big-time factual mistake that I made. I know it's hard to believe that I would make a factual mistake, especially in an exclusive interview.
Honestly,
like that.
if you probably went on YouTube and played that interview,
You might not notice it.
Well, I'm sure it's probably written on right under.
Oh, yeah. One of the commenters, I'm sure, probably noticed it. You could probably just copy off of their paper, and you'd be right. So if you can call the hotline or go into the chat room and let me know what was my big blunder of a factual mistake. Tell me what it is. You will get a Mickey Ward autographed photo mailed to you. And I know you know, Nestor, because I said it in front of your ass, so you are not about to do that. But first and foremost, before we go any further with this, yes, we do have Burt Randolph Sugar on the show tonight. We want to send our condolences out to the entire Gatti family. We lost one of the most exciting fighters of the last 30 years in Arturo Thunder Gatti. I mean, for me to take the time to actually list all of his achievements in the ring that would be the entire show, and we obviously can't do that. But he was known as the Blood and Guts Warrior. He was known as the human highlight film.
He had 3 fights of the year.
Yeah, and there was a strong case for many of his other fights being named Fight of the Year. Both of his fights with Ivan Robinson were awesome.
Yeah.
His fights with Corey Patterson were outstanding. That was at a much lighter weight. His fight with Gary Native, right around here, Angel El Diablo Manfredi, who later became.
That was his claim to fame, actually, by beating Gatti.
It was actually Manfredi's biggest achievement was that he actually beat Arturo Gatti, and then obviously his wars. Well, he had one awesome war with Gabriel Ruelas, which they were showing all weekend on ESPN Classic, and I appreciate ESPN Classic for doing that. And then of course his 3 wars with Irish Mickey Ward. He also got the chance to fight Oscar De La Hoya, which not too many fighters get the chance to say that they fought against Oscar. So he got the chance to make the huge money. He was the biggest draw in all of New Jersey. He filled up Atlantic City
numerous times.
Every time.
Yeah.
Absolutely every time. Timmy and I actually were lucky enough. How are we doing on time, by the way, Tim?
4 minutes.
Okay. Timmy and I were lucky enough to drive to Canastota a few years ago, 3 years ago probably, to meet Arturo Gatti, and then out of nowhere they brought Mickey Ward out. So both of those gentlemen were there. Bless you. Okay, this is live radio, so you don't want to be doing that too much. Yeah, it's a Gatti reception, and then out pops Mickey Ward. And they basically stand there for 2 hours after giving 20 minutes worth of speeches, and then stand there for 2 hours and autograph everything. So of course I went through my autograph archives, and it was like I was reliving that day. I mean, I got Gotti to sign my. I owned a Arturo Gatti debut program, his first professional fight. And he signed that, and he actually wrote pro debut on it. I mean,
yeah, Mickey Ward, and he lost a lot of money just by Gotti passing away, because I mean, a lot of people would pay for those 2 guys to show up just to sign autographs like that. I mean, that obviously he didn't just lose the money; he lost his dear friend as well. But
you are always good at saying something that can be taken wrong. Yeah.
But,
anyway, go on.
But then, I mean, that is a way of living for him as well. I mean, that's how a lot of boxers, I mean, not just a lot of athletes.
You're absolutely right.
After they retire, make a living that way. Because I mean, obviously their careers only last until they're usually in their mid-30s.
Yeah.
Which these guys basically were when they retired, and. Yeah, I mean, it sucks on many different levels, obviously.
It very, very much does. I mean, this sport lost. I mean, to say that Gotti was a throwback to the 30s and 40s, Nestor, doesn't even cover it.
No, it doesn't. Gotti was just one of those guys that he was just a fighter, you know. We always made the jokes about his eyes starting to swell somewhere between oh say can you see and him walking up the stairs, but I mean, he was one of those guys that just kept going and going. It was just amazing to watch him fight. It was so much fun. Even sitting there talking to Mickey Ward, you could see how much of how dear a friend he was as far as that goes, and you know, talking and laughing with him and stuff like that about his fights and things like that with Gotti. But I know that he's going to be dearly missed. We've lost a lot of heroes in this last month in the boxing world. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy that 2 action-first fighters who tended to drop their, check their defense at the door, so to speak. And
well, not just that, but they were just great fan fighters too.
Oh,
they weren't the hoity-toity athletes that don't want to be messed with.
Paired up with one other fighter. I mean,
they were synonymous with one other fighter. I mean, it really was with Arguello and Aaron Pryor and Gotti and Ward. I mean, I know I watched on ESPN Classic. I caught Gotti and Tracy Harris Patterson. Yeah, Tracy Harris Patterson. His 2 fights on there I caught, but it's a shame. I'm dearly gonna miss Arturo Gatti. I missed him anyway because he'd retired, but now that he's gone and we'll never see him at the Hall of Fame or anything else, it truly is a shame.
The Hall of Fame is not going to be the same anymore. Losing the former light heavyweight champion Jose Torres, Ingemar Johansson. Then of course, I mean, there is no more Diego Chico Corrales. There's
no more Alexis.
No more Alexis Arguello. No more Arturo Gatti. I mean, these are names that we were used to seeing.
Yeah, Alexis Arguello is one of the nicest gentlemen you'd ever meet.
You'd ever care to meet. Very, very true. Very tragic how we lost him as well. Let's go ahead and take our first break of the night, and we'll be right back with all the fights that got us through the week. We'll talk a little bit about this awesome super middleweight tournament